Hi. I'll start the show with a new you song. It is a gift from the new man, the new wave is. Test it for yourself for 15 minutes before you go to sleep each night and see what life reveals to you. The new presentation offers real guidance and a real education. So this afternoon, we'll have a little discussion about putting our efforts into presenting the new presentation to the world. So we have lots of different ideas. And if anybody new is listening, you can get into these blog talk radio shows by calling in at 563-999-3509. In the future, they'll tell you when you call that number, when the next show is going to be on. So I can't tell you the new presentation is for you, because it's really up to each one of us to decide for ourselves. Some people see this experience we call life as a place where there's no coincidences. There's reasons for everything. And if you're listening new to this attempt to share this new presentation, it's probably because what are called universal guides, real guides, have decided to give you an opportunity to find out about this new presentation and about these psych realms that we're in. Like this physical is called the physical. That's with our body and this outer world stuff. And then there's an astral plane, place, world, whatever you want to call it, in these psych realms. And that's pretty much sounds like it's the emotional part of life here in these psych realms. And then there's a causal place or realm or world where a lot of the memories we have are, whether you are aware of reincarnation or have any reason to believe or think that it is a fact, an actuality. We may be carrying all kinds of past memories from this previous lives, experiences in this physical and astral and the emotional and the memory worlds. And then there's a mental world. And that's like our mind, thoughts, and what our human mind actually is. Like a computer, it seems to be able to record lots of things and thinks it is something that it might not be. But I'm hoping that, well, I shouldn't say hope. If anybody is paying attention to find out about this new presentation, this wonderful worldwideeducators.com on these technology devices, if you have a computer or a cell phone that works. And it sounds like this is only for what's called real risk takers, people that are wanting or willing to explore what they don't know, to see if there's something that's important, to have a, I guess you'd call it a real purpose for life, why we came here and what a person decides that is important for them to do with this life. So the song goes, "New you, and that's something for you to test for yourself for like 15 minutes each evening before you go to sleep and see what life reveals to you. Would anybody else like to say something about presenting this new presentation?
Hi, Tim. This is Dean Val.
And, hi, Val. Go ahead.
Hi. Thanks for the show. Yeah, I was just saying that if there is anything like evolution, you could say, if there is such a thing, well, the human consciousness is here at a point where it's ready to mature or to see more of life. And we're used to like having the gods of man and the masters and the gurus and the saviors like being worshipped and prayed to. But now we've come to the point that we see that these are just steps along the way, and that actually these so-called masters or the people who have become more aware are here to help us become more aware. They're not here necessarily to answer our prayers or to give us more money or health or anything like that. They're actually here to help us to become more aware of life and what it really is about. And that's a big step in the human consciousness, because we've had lifetimes of praying and worshiping and just bowing down to authorities. So here we are, ready to take responsibility for our lives, and the real guides are here, and the new presentation, like you say, is here to help people and assist them to see more of what they're about and what life is about. They're here to see, they're here to show us, point the way, give us hints and references to our real awareness, as we call it, real awareness. That's who we really are. And then also the real universes. This basically what doesn't relate to anything here. Whatever we think it is, it's not. So they help us figure it out. Well, what is it then? And then it's a big exploration. It's a big adventure. It's like you said, it's a big risk factor, because we're leaving our past behind, our past self-convinced attitudes about things. Not that we can't go back and pick them up again, if we want to, but we can move forward. We can move on into new territory, so to speak. Uncharted, unexplored areas for ourselves, and that's really where the adventure is. We can see, we still have our bodies. It's not like we have to get rid of them, like some of the spiritual paths say. You have to fast and do all these numbers, to subject yourself to certain things, so the personal self is, destroyed or compromised in some way. You don't really have to do that. It's more of a recognition rather than a substituting something for something or sacrificing something. See, that's another thing. Sacrifice we've been taught that sacrifice is necessary to obtain realization or enlightenment, but really, you still keep, you're still human. You still have that side of you. You don't really have to sacrifice anything. It's more just letting go and seeing more, letting go of your convinced attitudes about things and seeing more, because you really can't see more unless you let go of, your attention is on certain things, and if your attention is there, then you can't see more. Most of this is subconscious too, so you got to realize that it's huge. You were talking about the bodies. Well, the subconscious body is huge, vast area, of unconsciousness. And like Dwayne, the great writer, and other the guides say, there's more that we don't know than we know. So this is next to the real universes, which is the unknown. Well, this unconscious area is vast. I mean, it's totally, there's so much that we don't know, even in the creation worlds, let alone the unknown reality of the isness. So it's quite an adventure. It's like they say, it's a recognition of what already is, so you don't have to, really, in a way, you don't have to go out of your way to see it. It's just a matter of seeing it, which is at the same time simple and at the same time very challenging for the personal self. So I know Lila's here too. Maybe Lila has some input too. Are you there, Lila?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I was just distracted for a moment. Well, I think that this is for anybody that is just curious, want to get away from the same old every day, thinking and planning and doing the same old things all the time with friends. You want to change, Let's bring in some new ideas and new thoughts into our lives. What the heck is this that Tim here is presenting? What do you suppose it is? What's this new presentation? Maybe I'll just listen. And I've seen some books about it. People are talking about God. Be curious. It's curious, what he's presenting. It's well worth looking into. There's so much more to life outside there that can pique your curiosity and maybe even have an adventure. Should you go in this direction? Find out what the new presentation presents. What is this? Curiosity is a wonderful thing, and an emotional wanting to change, seeing what more there is to life than just what's presented. It could be fun. New presentation. Keep saying it is. Why not try it? Listen now to what Tim has to say. With your curiosity, open your mind. This is something brand new. This could be a new way of looking at the same old life. Okay, Tim.
Thanks, Val and Lila. Would anybody else like to mention anything about presenting the new presentation?
Hi, Tim. It's Kelsey. We just created something fun here in Huntington Beach, Tim. Hi. It's called Total Universal Rainforest. So for short, it's TURF, TURF. And we're going to be promoting the reforestation and afforestation of rainforests. And this is what we're actually going to start to implement here with the new presentation. So it's a simple way to get people involved and see what we're sharing. Like the all-natural environment is actually a reference to the all is and the many life levels and what life is. So we have a lot of fun here, and Dwayne's always coming up with something new to get people to pay attention to what supports them. And usually that's the trees now is what supports us, breathing, and it's just so much fun to pay attention to your planet Earth and the oceans and the bees and start to sing New You to the bees and the little elementals and things like that, and just have fun in your garden. So there's simple ways that we can present what life is because it's already presenting itself. So that's the new is turf, and we'll have a new website called turf.mystrikingly.com. So it used to be strikingly.com, but Strikingly, our website supporter builder, has changed it over to mystrikingly now, MY. So it'll be turf.mystrikingly.com, and that'll be ready within the week, that website, so people can get another idea of what it is we're sharing, because the trees and everything are beings too, and they talk. And they have a lot to say, and they're going through their experience too, and we can meet them in the real universes here and now. So thank you for that, and I'll pass it back to our friends here in Huntington Beach.
Thanks, Kelsey.